what else comes into mind from an operational standpoint?
Not all. That's actually very, very helpful. So I think one of the things also that comes to mind, if I put my kind of operations hat back on, is that understanding the information in healthcare across the spectrum of who's looking at it can be very challenging. For example, most of us drive a car or have a cell phone. We watch TV, or in my case, enjoy the odd bag of chips, something like that. But how many of us really know the prescription habits of a colorectal surgeon? Or what cutting tool works best for the incisions of various surgeries out there? The answer, virtually zero. So what does that mean to you? Well, a QA who's looking at your data, or a project manager who's building your survey and trying to analyze how skip patterns are or are not working, it's a lot more of a challenge for them to understand some of the intricacies of this research and how you're trying to do it. So if question 13, 15, and 18 are relatable to you, that's great. And if a product manager or the QA doesn't understand how those things should relate to each other, you can't assume that they can make that leap on their own, or that information is going to jump off their page, no matter how many episodes of Grey's Anatomy or The Pit that they're watching on a Thursday night. Any kind of information that you have along those lines, keep it. Keep those lines of communication open. Share that information with the QAs and the project teams. That way, you're all on the same page. You can move forward. Find those spots in the data that aren't kind of syncing the way that you want. Figure out a solution together, and don't make those assumptions, because the information is not nearly readily available as it would be in a consumer study on any of those other previous topics.